morning guys, welcome back to another video with me. If you're new, my name is Amy and I have been on a weight loss journey for the last few years following the Starch Solution and using the principles of calorie density, and I've lost 60 pounds in the process. Today I want to take you along for a little bit of a journey with me in the kitchen. I'm in the middle of writing my Indian cookbook. It's going to be vegan, Indian, weight loss friendly stuff. So if you love Indian food but you also want to get lean whilst you're eating it, then stay tuned because we have some really good stuff going on today. I've been up for ages, my babies are at school, I got in such an amazing workout this morning. I absolutely loved it. It's super dark outside, so I didn't do a run because I don't want to go running in my forest when it's really dark. That just feels a bit dodgy to me. But I did jump on my rebounder, which I am loving at the moment. And I did like 30-minute HIIT cardio advanced session, and boy was I knackered. I was sweating all over the place. It was absolutely incredible. But I still have more energy like inside me that I feel like needs to be released. So I might do another little rebounding session later, also because I just love it so much. So yeah, anyway, I'm excited about that. But let me show you what we're making today. Today we are doing some fun stuff. I've just had a little bit of a plan with myself to try and figure out what I'm doing. Today we're doing an Oat Ladoo, which is like kind of like a bliss ball, but it's obviously got all of the amazing Indian flavors and stuff. So if you're wanting to mix up your kind of bliss ball kind of stuff, this is where it's at. I'm going to be doing a broccoli pakora and a chaat masala salad as well. So that sounds like such a delicious day. So I'm really excited about it. Also, I wanted to say I want to start taking it back to basics in terms of my general eating. So you guys know, whilst I've been writing this cookbook, I have just been like all over the place, just snacking, not really having meals, just eating loads of crazy stuff and not really thinking about my food like I used to. And I was just thinking about the fact that every single day on your weight loss journey, no matter where you are in that process, very beginning or very, very end, every day you can wake up and choose to move forwards, backwards, or stay basically where you are. I want to wake up every day and choose to move forwards in the right direction for my goals, for my health and fitness goals, as opposed to either being stagnant or moving backwards. Over the weekend, I didn't film over the weekend, I found myself really not eating a lot of veggies because I don't have a lot of veggies in my fridge. I've been just making things on the fly and just buying things for my Indian cookbook and not really prioritizing actually having a lot of veggies and making soups and making like preloading stuff. I've not really been prioritizing that over the last couple of days and I feel a little bit like bleh. So this morning I've woken up with vigor, I did my amazing workout and I'm starting fresh. Every day is an opportunity to start fresh. And you know, start as you mean to go on basically. So I'm choosing to move forwards today. Wherever you are, I hope you guys are, you know, choosing to move in the direction that you're also wanting to go as well. Remember, every day is a fresh day no matter what happened yesterday. So this morning I'm also going to be eating a ton of vegetables. Today my goal is vegetables, well, and fruit of course. But the problem is I really don't have a lot of vegetables in my fridge. I've got a very full fridge, but it's like Tupperware and stuff, and it's just like, it's a whole mishmash. I've got a bit of cauliflower in there, but not loads. So first things first, I'm going to run to the shops. Literally, I'm going to like run there, just because, again, I've got that energy and I need to like get it out somehow. When you eat this way, you do just have excess energy that just needs to be burnt like a little kid. You need to take yourself out for a little run. So yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to buy loads of broccoli and I'm going to buy some lettuce and I'm going to buy all of those things that I need. Probably some courgettes because I'm feeling a massive soup coming on. So yeah, just to kind of get myself back to basics. I'm probably going to have a pretty basic breakfast, and obviously I'm going to be eating all of my Indian stuff, but I'm going to really try and prioritize those veggies. If you guys are wanting to, get lean at the beginning of your journey, break a plateau, or, reach those final fitness goals, lose the last 10 to 15 pounds. Basically, the magic is vegetables. If you're wanting to do any of that stuff, the magic is vegetables. How can you eat more vegetables and find a way of making vegetables the most delicious part of your meal and the bit you get excited about so that you continue to eat more vegetables and because you love it and not because you're forcing yourself to eat vegetables. So obviously you also have to get into the habit of buying vegetables, cooking the vegetables and figuring out those recipes that you really love. Hopefully I can inspire you today to get in a ton of vegetables. That's what it's all about. This morning, in the name of just kind of getting back to basics, I also soaked up a massive batch of chickpeas, which I haven't done in ages, just so I can always have some good beans on hand to complement my, my veggies. Back at home, let me show you what I quickly got, and then we're going to dive into some eating because I am getting very hungry. Okay, it was a very short and sweet shop, so I got 3 broccolis, 2 pears, because I really wanted to have pear crumble, like where you cut it open, you stick it in the air fryer with like a crumble thing on top. It's in one of my meal plans, I think, but I really fancied that this morning. Got some little gem lettuces, 2 things of chickpeas, some yogurt, some tofu for a tofu tikka wrap at some point, and 2 bags of courgettes, and I'm going to quickly make a soup right now. Yeah, really trying to get back into the habit of getting all of those veggies in and to like put that back on autopilot, because I feel like I've been getting a bit lost recently. Yeah, I feel like I've just been getting a bit lost recently with regards to like inspiration and like food inspiration and stuff. Yeah, I've been getting a little bit lost recently with regards to food inspiration, and I think it's because I've been focusing on this this book, and I've not really been doing like any meal plans. So therefore, when I have a look at my little meal plan calendar thing, I don't have anything on there which isn't just Indian stuff. Now, obviously, Indian stuff's great, but my kids don't want to eat Indian all the time, and so I do have to make other things, and I've just not been prioritizing that. So as soon as I finish making these recipes, I really am going to take it back to basics. I'm going to do all that meal planning, breakfasts maybe made in advance on the go, lunches in advance, and just really trying to get myself properly sorted. Because in reality, it's those non-sexy, non-fancy things which really helps you, which has really helped me, and which I think is helpful for anyone's weight loss journey. Obviously, having fancy recipes is really amazing and brilliant, and you need to have those fun recipes so that you don't feel like your way of eating is restrictive or anything like that. But it really is all about those very basic day-to-day recipes that you have on repeat and you put on autopilot and you have it in your meal plan, all that kind of stuff. That is actually the most important stuff. So I really want to try and document how I kind of do that and get back to basics once I have finished writing this cookbook. Okay, we're just doing a very simple courgette soup. We've got half an onion, we've got 3 courgettes in here. I'm going to add in a little potato. Okay, 1 little potato. Remember, the more water you add to a soup, the more low it is in calorie density. And yeah, it's still super delicious. Okay, so the first thing we're going to get into is some broccoli pakora. This could be a fantastic way of adding more veggies into your life. Obviously, it's got the starch as well. We're going to be using some chickpea flour, but it is going to be primarily veggies, and it could be quite a fun way of mixing up those veggies and having them taste really kind of special. So obviously, there's loads of different pakoras you can do. You could basically add anything into chickpea flour and call it a pakora. You guys know I did a rice pakora last week, which was delicious. So what we're going to do, we're going to chop up this broccoli into little floret sizes, and then we're just going to steam it for maybe like 3 or 4 minutes, just to kind of like steam it almost, parboil it, and then we're going to make our lovely coating, and then we're going to whack it in my new air fryer to really christen that bad boy. And actually all of these broccoli ends are going to go in my soup. Now we're going to move on to our pear crumble. So I've just sliced the pears in half, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to gouge out the middle. First I'm going to gouge out the bit that we don't want to eat, like the little seedy bit. There we go. You can really do this with any fruit, and it's a great way of getting in a combination of fruity, starchy goodness, because we're going to load it in with loads of oats, obviously. So then I'm wanting to kind of hollow it out a little bit. We're not going to be wasting the pear. Don't worry, we're going to be using it, but we want to kind of make a little bit of a space inside. So make a little pear boat. This would be super good with peaches, I reckon. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. So we're going to kind of want to do that to it. Then we've got a lovely space to put our filling in there. Yes, good pear. Okay, then in a bowl, we're going to add, well, I've basically got half a really smudgy banana that Romy refused this morning. And I'm also going to add an extra banana in because I'm feeling super, super hungry. So I'm going to do a nice big batch. There we go. Obviously, the riper the banana, the more you're going to have that sweetness, so try and make sure it's a really lovely ripe banana. Mine were medium-y, but it'll do. Okay, mash them up real good. So this is my super easy 2-ingredient crumble recipe that I use for everything. If you guys haven't found a good crumble recipe, banana, or I guess you could use sweet potato and oats. You just mash it and then add your oats in, bit of cinnamon and vanilla if you fancy it, and you're sorted. There you go. A ton of cinnamon. I love the combination of pear and ginger, so I'm going in with loads and loads of ginger powder as well. And then we're going to go in with a cup of oats as well. So This is a great porridge alternative. It's the same ingredients as porridge, but if you're getting a little bored of porridge and you want to mix it up, this is a fantastic option. Let's just have a little taste. Oh yes, that is amazing. Okay, then we're just going to grab our little boats and we're going to fill them up like so. Then we're just going to stick them in our trusty air fryer. By the way, the link for the air fryer is going to be down below. If you need an air fryer and you want dual air frying capacity, it's a great one. We actually used this air fryer for making some crispy courgettes yesterday and they were perfect, absolutely amazing, super, super crispy. And what we did, which was even more exciting, is we actually cleaned the air fryer, so yay us. I say us, I mean James. Okay, there we go, into our air fryer, and then we're going to whack this in for probably about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'm going to check on it and see if it needs any more doing. Okay, sorry about all the noise. I've got the air fryer on, obviously, but I don't have a lot of time, and I want to make some Oat Ladoo, so we're going to jump into this real quick. This is such a simple recipe. It's almost like a non-recipe, but it tastes incredible, so let's do it. I went to the Indian shop yesterday and bought a gigantic packet of medjool dates. Oh my God, I'm so excited about these. Was a little bit expensive, but it's worth it. Okay, so we're just going to do a little batch of these because Abe doesn't like them. Ronnie does, and I don't want to go overboard on these. I don't mind having a few, but again, remember, I'm trying to go back to basics and really try and prioritize those veggies. So this is more just going to be for Ronnie. So I might end up freezing some. Okay, I'm probably going to go in with like 5 little dates. Okay, so a lot of this magical flavor is actually just coming from toasting the oats before we actually blend it. You can obviously just whack the oats in there if you're feeling super lazy, but I really do feel like toasting the oats gives it like such an extra depth of flavor. So that is what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to toast about 1.5 cups for this recipe. Okay, so we've got our toasted oats here. Now I have slightly burnt them, but they're not really meant to be burnt. They're just meant to be a nice golden brown, but we're going to whack that in here regardless because I don't want to waste it. There we go. So in order to lower the calorie density of this baby and to boost up the sweetness and the nice squidginess, I'm going to be adding in a little bit of sweet potato as well. This is my secret weapon, which is going to take it over the edge in terms of flavour. Then it's very, very simple. We're going to go in with cardamom powder and some cinnamon. And that's really it. And it's good, guys. It's really good. I love cardamom powder. It's my new favourite thing. Oh my God, it's just so good. So I'm going to go in with like a 1/2 teaspoon, but if you're a normal human, you could go in with a 1/4 teaspoon. There we go. Then we're just going to blitz this up and see what kind of texture we've got, and then we can adjust accordingly. There we go, guys. Our little ladoos are all ready, and boy, do they taste good. Okay, I've got my pears out of the air fryer, and now I'm just going to add in a ton of fresh grapes to really bulb up that volume and to, yeah, that's just going to be super delicious. I also did myself a little tiny baby PB2 drizzle on the top of these bad boys as well. Ooh. Okay, let's get into this because I'm getting hungry. Tell you what, that is damn delicious. Get creative, mix up your oats every once in a while, and if you want some more easy vegan weight loss meal ideas, I do have 4 maximum weight loss friendly 7-day meal plans, which I will link down below, so feel free to go and check them out. But first I'm having my soup, which is so comforting. Without further ado, we're getting into our broccoli pakora recipe because I only have an hour until I need to go and pick up Ronnie. Okay, so I've got 1 head of steamed broccoli there. Now we're going to go in with some spices. Okay, we're going to go with some coriander powder, some garam masala. You could go for garlic and ginger and salt separately, but I'm feeling lazy, so I'm just going to go in with garlic salt today. There we go. Pretend I put ginger in. Hold on a second. I can put ginger powder in. Give that a little mix. 4 tablespoons of chickpea flour, and we're just gonna make sure there's no lumps. I hate having a lump of chickpea flour, so I'm just gonna sift it through. Okay, once we've given that a little mix, we're just gonna add a little bit of water in just to see how much we need. Just gonna go in with probably a couple of tablespoons to start with. Maybe a little more. Make sure all that chickpea flour is sticking to your broccoli. You can obviously go ahead and do this with any vegetable. Cauliflower would be lovely. You could do green beans probably. You could just literally do anything. You could mince it up really tiny, or you can have it as big chunks like this. It's totally up to you. I fancied some big fat chunks today. So now that our broccoli is nice and coated in the chickpea flour mix, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to whack this into the air fryer. But what we are going to do is we're going to line the air fryer, because I don't want the air fryer to get super squidgy, because bad things happen to air fryers when I do that. I'm going to be using this air fryer a lot. And then put the little broccoli pieces on the top. Make sure they've got a little bit of air so that they can really crisp up and they're not all stuck to each other. There we go, that looks perfect. Okay, round 1, in we go. I've got my little Omelette. So lovely when she comes back. How cute is she looking today? She looks absolutely edible. Anyway, she wants a quick feed, as you can hear. I ended up only having half of my pear because I had such a great preload with the soup. That is what a preloading session can do to you. Anyway, I'm going to eat the rest of this now. It's about 1:15. I'm going to feed Roms and do some editing. And then after that, we'll figure out what's going on. Come on, let's have boo. The kiddies are back from school, and Abe, as soon as he comes home, he assesses the fruit situation, and he found 2 mangoes that we bought from the Indian shop yesterday, and so the babies are going to dive into that, and I might have a little nibble as well. These are basically, I bought these mangoes yesterday and they looked horrible inside because they're super yellow, but Abe, what did they end up being?
The best food ever.
We went a little crazy for them. We got 6 of them and there's only 2 left today. And even James got involved, didn't he, Abe? Daddy got involved, which is a rarity, and that's how you know that you got some good fruit. I'm going to quickly whip up some salad. I've got some leafies, some tomato and some cucumber and a bunch of coriander. And then I'll show you my dressing. It is going to be a chaat masala chickpea style salad. Okay, I decided to crisp up my chickpeas so they are sitting in the air fryer with some cumin and some coriander. I'm making my dressing now. No, we're not having boo, WZ. You eat your apple, Mrs. Cute Bottom. Where's Romy's apple? Is that good apple? So I'm going to do my dressing now. I've got 2 dates going in here. I've got a bit of lemon juice, actually quite a good splash of lemon juice. We're also going in with some chaat masala as usual. So that's where we get all of that incredible flavour. Chaat masala, well done. Chaat masala, clever girl. I'm going to go in with 1 garlic. And for some extra sweetness and substance, I'm going to put in an apple as well. Can we splash of water? Okay, so this is my lunch. It's a bit of a late lunch. It's like 4 o'clock. Anyway, I've got my chaat masala salad. I've got this is my broccoli pakora, which is very cold but very yummy. And I've got a little dressing, which is coriander dressing mixed with some yogurt. Anyway, I'm gonna dig into this for lunch. And then when we come back, I haven't really had a plan for what we're having for dinner. But I was thinking, I've got potatoes, I've got broccoli, and I've got mushrooms. So a big fat mushroom broccoli gravy. We are back from Taekwondo, which was ever so cute as always. Right, so I'm doing a bunch of different stuff. I'm doing mashed broccoli and gravy, like I mentioned earlier. I've got the potatoes on, I've got the mushrooms and the onions on, and I have some leftover salad that I didn't end up eating. So I thought I would just kind of finish this off really, as kind of like a little bit of a preloader. And I've got my leftover dressing, which is very yum. I'll just pour that all over the top. Oh, and I might even add my chickpeas in there as well. My leftover crispy chicks. There we go. Okay, there we go. Definitely the benefit of doing a little bit of extra prep in advance. Chop a little bit more salad, chop a little bit more veggies, stick it in the fridge, and then you've got an immediate salad to go next time you want it. Okay, Romy's got her little portion. James is making himself some noodles, and I don't even know if Abe's hungry, so it just might be me and Romy, to be fair. I'm going in strong with a lot of broccoli. That is a full head of broccoli minus one piece. The gravy is so good that whatever it's smothered on just tastes like gravy, so it may as well be broccoli. Okay, and loads of gravy. If you wanted to just have a pure veggie preload but wanted it to be delicious, I highly recommend a full head of broccoli and some mushroom gravy, and you can just go to town on that, and that's your preload, and that would be delicious actually. Romy's so funny. She is obsessed with eating in a very specific way at the moment. So I have to have the fork, and then I have to go like this. Should we show them, Roms? Ready? Woof woof, meow meow, woof woof, meow meow. And she refuses to take a bite any other way. That is the fun of a 1-year-old. You little funny sausage. But yeah, Abe's not feeling super well tonight, so he's not having any dinner at all, which makes me feel really bad. And I made so much food just for me and Romy. But hopefully there'll be some leftovers for tomorrow, so that'll be handy, I guess. But yeah, this is such a lovely, satisfying meal. And I'm already feeling like nicely satiated after my salad anyway. I feel like this has been such a good quality, low calorie density, getting back on track kind of day, and I'm all here for it. Woof, woof, meow, meow. Woof, woof, meow, meow. Tell us, Romy. Woof, woof, meow, meow. Little cute pie. Oh my God, absolutely stuffed. Honestly, that salad beforehand was essential. I was really trying to listen to my hunger fullness cues as well, and when I felt like my body was kind of nicely satisfied, I stopped there, tried not to push myself to the point of being stuffed, even though it was very tasty, but constantly trying to have that on your mind, and trying to be aware of your hunger fullness cues as you're eating is just so helpful. Romy's had second portions as well. But yeah, I'm going to go and play some snowball fights with Abe and then put him to bed. Hey guys, it is very bright in here. I was just doing some editing and I just came through to get some lovely warm water because it really makes me feel snuggly, and it makes me feel like I've got something nice to hold and stuff. But I was just thinking about something as well. I was thinking about how sometimes for me, the difference between feeling nice and light at the end of a day or feeling really heavy really comes down to dinner time. Dinner time is obviously a time when you're not really meant to eat loads and loads of food. Now obviously I'm a volume eater, so I always eat loads of food, but I mean like super dense food. Yeah, obviously if we think about it, we don't want to go to bed feeling really heavy, so I'm going to try and have in my mind to have a nice big breakfast and lunch, and then I am obviously going to have dinner, but I'm going to keep dinner a little bit lighter because I know that when I wake up in the morning to do my workout at 5:30, I want to feel lighter. I don't want to feel like I've got loads and loads of food sitting in my stomach, and when I do that repeatedly, that's when I start to feel a little bit leaner and just a little bit nicer. So if you're kind of wondering what to do, try and have a little bit of a lower calorie density dinner if you can. Still obviously have those starches and stuff, but go to bed feeling lighter and not feeling heavier, and that it really is helpful for me. Anyway, just thought I'd kind of share that.